Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, greetings, goodwill to all of us. Honorable delegates from the member state of United Nations, I welcome you all to this United Sessions of International Economy. Today's topic of discussion is building global economic reliance in the post-pandemic era. Okay, let's start this United Session. Okay, for the first, I propose a provisions for reading the papers. As delegate will be given 5 minutes to read the paper. Is this provisions agreed, human? Alright, we agreed to these provisions. Okay, for the presentation of the first paper to delegation of the United States, I respectfully allocate the time in the phase. Okay, for the presentation of the second paper to delegate Chinese, I respectfully allocate the time and the space.
Thank you, chairs and delegate. In the current era of globalization, international economic relations are becoming increasingly important for the growth and stability of the United States economy. This article investigates the role of international trade in shaping of the US economy, focusing on recent trends, challenges faced, and emerging opportunities. Through analysis of current data and literature review, and we explain how factors such as the United States continue to be a hub of international trade, serving as one of the global leaders, facilitating the flow of goods, services, and capital across borders. In the recent years, the U.S. economy has undergone significant change, influenced by global dynamics such as a trade war, technological advancement, and industrial restructuring. This article aims to understand how the international economy plays a key role in shaping the flow of the U.S. economy. Key trends in international trade that affect the U.S. economy include the rise of digital trade, the economic growth of China, and trade tension between the U.S. and its trading partner. Additionally, we discuss the challenges faced by the U.S. economy, such as slowing export growth, persistent trade, and policy uncertainty. In navigating the complex dynamic of international economy, it is important for the U.S. to adopt smart and adaptive strategies. By leveraging available opportunities while addressing existing challenges, the U.S. can maintain its position as a global leader in international trade and promote sustainable and inclusive economic growth.
Okay, for the presentation of the second paper to delegation of the China, I respectfully allocate the time and the space.
Okay, thank you, Chair and delegates. Theme: Building Global Economic Relations in the Post-Pandemic Era. Introduction: The COVID-19 pandemic has had a significant impact on the global economy, challenging the economic structure and relation between countries. As one of the countries with the largest economies in the world, China plays a key role in building global economic relations in the post-pandemic era. This document outlines China's position in activities that goals with a focus on international cooperation, sustainable economic development, and technological innovation. Multilateral cooperation. China believes that multilateral cooperation is the key to activating global economic relations. Through international organizations such as the UN, WTO, and IMF, China is committed to promoting dialogue between countries and strengthening global trade and investment. China also supports the Belt and Road Initiative with aim to expand economic cooperation and infrastructure development around the world. Sustainable development. A part of its commitment to building a stronger and more sustainable economy, China emphasizes the importance of emissions and switching to clean energy sources. Third, international agreements such as the Paris Agreement, China seeks to lead global effort to address research and development and account in international cooperation in field of technological and science. China is committed to countering effort in the field of 5G, artificial intelligence, and green technology to promote global economic progress. Global health protection. The pandemic has demonstrated the importance of a strong and responsive health system. China is committed to working with other countries to strengthen the global health system and prepare for future pandemics. China support in increasing vaccine distribution and equitable healthcare access around the world. Thank you.
Okay, next for the presentation of the church paper to the delegations of the Indonesia. I respectfully allocate the time and the space.
Thank you, Chair and delegates. The global economy has undergone significant change in the recent years, with the 19 COVID pandemic being a major catalyst of the change. The pandemic has highlighted the importance of economic resilience and the need for countries to strengthen their economy to withstand further shock. The 19 COVID pandemic has a significant impact on the global economy, including the Association of South Asian Nations (ASEAN). Indonesia, as an ASEAN member, has played an important role in building economic resilience in the region. Indonesia has implemented various measures to strengthen economic stability in the country and also contributes to the regional economy. Here are some actions taken by the Indonesian state to maintain and develop economic resilience in the country as follows. The first action is macroeconomic stability. Indonesia focused on maintaining macroeconomic stability by implementing sound fiscal and monetary policy. This has helped the country to weather economic shock and maintain a stable currency. The second action is structural reform. The government has undertaken structural reform to improve the business environment and increase confidence. The includes effort in simply regulations, record variances, and improve ease of the business. Next is the third action taken by Indonesia, namely diversification. Indonesia has diversified in this economy by acquiring four sectors such as agriculture, manufacturing, and service. This has helped the country resist in the dependence on any sector and become more resilient to economic shocks. Infrastructure development. The government has invested the infrastructure project to improve connectivity and facilitate trade in region. Economic resilience in the post-pandemic era. Indonesia, in building economic resilience in the post-pandemic era, still has strong economic resilience. This is proven by Indonesian gross domestic product, which is above average compared to other countries, as well as inflation, which only raises 2%. To build economic resilience in the post-pandemic area, Indonesia used several strategies, namely, the first is health system development. The government cooperated with Bank Indonesia to advance monetary policy, which aims to lower the money supply and interest rates in banks. The second is economic reform. The government collaborates with local governments to build cooperation and ensure the acceleration of economic resurgency in every region in Indonesia. The next strategy is in the nation. And the last strategy is to improve economic performance. The government issued a strategic policy of national economic resurgency, which includes policies that have been designed in the budget. And thus, some of the strategies Indonesia set aim to build economic resilience in the post-pandemic era. So, as a result, the negative impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and increased economic growth. Thank you.
Okay, for the presentation of the fourth paper to the delegation of the European Union representative from Germany, I respectfully allocate the time and the space.
Thank you, Chair and delegates. I'm from Delegate Germany, European Union. Germany, as a member of the European Union, is committed to playing a constructive role in driving an inclusive and sustainable global economic recovery after COVID-19 pandemic. We believe that multilateral cooperation under the auspices of the United Nations is very important to overcome the collective economic challenge facing the world today. Germany contribute number one, strengthening the multilateral trading system. Germany support effort to strengthen the rules-based multilateral trading system through the World Trade Organization or WTO. We emphasize upholding the importance of protection and promoting fair and balanced trade liberalization. Number two, supporting investment and innovation. Germany believes in foreign investment, technology transfer, and innovation will be important catalysts for global economic recovery. We approach an open, transparent, and rule-based investment framework. Number three, promoting sustainable development. Germany is committed to promoting a sustainable development agenda, including climate change mitigation and adaptation effort, clean energy transition, and green job creation. Number four, strengthen development cooperation. We support improvement effort, development and transfer of capacity to developing countries so they can recover and build their economic resilience. Number five, coordinating sustainable global financial system reform. Germany is pushing for the global financial system to increase stability, transparency, and resilience to future economic shock. So, Germany is committed to working together with all UN member countries in an effort to restore and rebuild a better, more inclusive and sustainable global economy after the pandemic. We hope to contribute constructively to UN meeting related to international economic issues. Thank you.
Alright, for the presentation of the last paper to the delegation of the representative from South Africa, I respectfully allocate the time and the space.
Thank you, Chair and Delegation. Building global economy relation in the post-pandemic era. The COVID pandemic crisis has shaken the foundation of the global economy, facing operation challenge the country around the world. South Africa, as one of the concerned country in Africa, is not exempt from its impacts. In this paper, we describe the South Africa can take to build global economy relation in the face of the post-pandemic challenge. We discuss the case issue by the country, producing country solution and to this goal. COVID pandemic has significant impacts of the global economy, including South Africa, the country economic contradiction if enriches significant to economic relation and grow. South Africa need to influence the compression and coordination. Economic downturn, South Africa has inflation in significant economic country during the pandemic, with sectors such as manufacturing and trade being heavily impacted. Development, the Hague EU development depend on the mining sector, explain goal and minute. Also, the economy, the foundation in the global commodity prices. In the prices, investor may with and post the investment project to global economy, unison and the domestic session. Economic diversion, South Africa need to diversion its the economy. Fashion sector say agriculture, technology, foundry and manufacturing. Economy, the government should consider to both domestic, private investment and job creation. The education and skill sector investment, education and skill training will create more skill to compete in the creation complex global market. Regional, international, South Africa need to regional cooperation with countries and also increase international cooperation in trade. Given and challenge South Africa need to take operation straight global economy relation in the post-pandemic era. Economy diversion invents the trans access, the education and skill, and regional international cooperation will be called in shaping the more economic future for the country. Thank you.
Thank you to delegates from the United States, China, Indonesia, the European Union representative, and the representative from South Africa. Thank you for the space from the delegates. I now open the floor for discussion and question. Each delegate will be given 5 minutes to discussion and question. Is this provision agreed, Yuban?
Yes, Chair.
Alright, we agreed to this provision. Baca Jamar, baca terus kayak kok
Atau enggak aku ya.
mulut tuh berbicara.
Mulut itu berbicara.
Mulut itu berbicara.
Iya betul.
Jadi gini.
Kalau dari China gimana? Apakah ada tindakan apa begitu?
China believe the global economy excels in the post-pandemic era can be activities controls.
Oh ya, terus saya lagi baca nih ya, the global economy. Jangan tertawa kalian berdua nih ya. Oh ya, kita harus ini. Oh ya, jadi ini sama sekarang mau tawarkan ke China. Di sini kami Indonesia dan juga ada beberapa negara di ASEAN ada.
Alright, the question and answer session has concluded. Now I will proceed to present the result of the questions and answers among the delegations that collaborate. Very well, the delegation of Indonesia is invited to present the result of their collaboration with China.
Okay, thank you, Chair. Indonesia has also collaboration with various countries, including ASEAN member states and China, to build economic resilience in the post-pandemic era. The first is the ASEAN-China Free Trade Area, or what we know as ASEAN-China Free Trade Area, is a free trade agreement between ASEAN and China, which aims to create a more integrated and competitive regional economy. Indonesia, as an ASEAN member, has sought to implement this agreement, which includes preferential treatment in the goods, service, and investment sector. The next cooperation is a highly competitive economic zone. Indonesia has collaborated with other ASEAN members in China to create a high-performance economic zone which can help attract foreign investments and boost economic growth. Next is cooperation to improve connectivity and sectoral cooperation. Indonesia has been working with other ASEAN members in China to improve connectivity and sectoral cooperation, which can help boost economic integration and competitiveness. Indonesia also cooperates between countries and also collaborates with other ASEAN members in China to address common challenges and promote regional cooperation. Therefore, this collaboration and activities gradually demonstrate Indonesia's commitment to building economic resilience in the ASEAN region and beyond, especially in the post-pandemic era. By working together, ASEAN members and partners such as China can create a more integrated and competitive regional economy that can be more resilient to global economic shock. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the active participation from delegates. This United Nations sessions of international economic is concluded with several key points. For the first, the necessity of international cooperation to rebuild a stronger and more resilient global economy. For the second, the importance and addressing various challenges such as climate change, inflation, and geopolitical tensions. And the last, the need to ensure that the global economic recovery doesn't leave behind developing countries. And last, I hope this session has made a positive contribution to global efforts to build a better economy for all. Thank you for your attention and the last SAU. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, the great goodwill to of us.